Episode 324. At the end of the last episode, we were pointed towards the Red Kojin with a not-so-subtle hint that we'll be entering a trial pretty soon. And I would be doing that this episode, but I think I decided to meander about a little bit even more, despite what I might have said at the end of the last episode. I think what we'll do is we'll try to clear off this Aether Current quest here, which is gonna be its whole thing, a dungeon. Plus maybe some more. I think there's like a quest chain behind it. I know there is. I'm not sure how much of it is unlocked at this point in time though, like before we finish the main Heavens, or the main Stormblood story. Depending on how it goes, we might also do this other thing. As for why we're doing it when we so desperately need to rescue Gosetsu, I don't know. Time is of the essence and I can't really justify why we're off meandering about doing these things, but maybe we'll just go with the excuse that Alice told us to gather 7 of our friends, so maybe somehow doing this is like gathering some random adventurers or something, random warriors from these parts of the world to help us storm the castle, storm the Isle of Zeki. We can pretend. We can pretend that there are some warriors over here that will help us after we do this quest, and after we do the ninja job quest here, maybe some random ninjas that are in the area are going to help us. Some friends of Obero or something. We can pretend. I really just want to do this right now because what just felt kind of right, not lore-wise to do it right now, but it felt right to do it gameplay-wise too. To knock off this blue quest and this job quest before we get too much further in. And also waiting for the trial. Well, I still have to wait for the dungeon. This dungeon, since it's optional, doesn't have duty support. But I feel like waiting for the trial... Well, actually, I don't know. Is it longer to wait for a trial that's story required and has 8 players? Or is it longer to wait for a dungeon that has 4 players and would go into a queue where it's like only optional stuff? I feel like story stuff gets a higher priority for duty roulette, putting random players into your queue. And I've decided to go down this route, so we're doing it now. I'm also still sick in this episode, so I'm gonna have to mute the mic and cough every once in a while. Still working off lowered standards here. Maybe my standards will be lowered forever. I can only hope. The Palace of Lost Souls. You are a woman from above. We are. I am Kurenai, sister to the Ruby Princess, the ruler of these seas, if you say so. Your bearing bespeaks a strength and courage few possess. I've been waiting for one such as yourself to arrive. Though not many know it, the Ruby Princess's life currently hangs in the balance. Shocker. All this in an optional side quest. She could die at any moment, just like Gosetsu. Let's help her first, rather than Gosetsu. A few days ago, a man cloaked in black visited Shisui of the Violet Tides. He claimed he had come to bestow a blessing of holy protection upon the palace. The incantation he muttered instead drew forth a terrible spirit, which took possession of my sister's body. Not long after, similar race of the Void began to surge forth, overtaking the palace and stealing the souls of her nearby guards. Shiosai immediately evacuated everyone, but has since barred people from entering or leaving the palace. Officially, the Ruby Princess is conducting a private ceremony. I think that's what the overseer who isn't the overseer, I forgot what he called himself, that's what he told us. Officially, the Ruby, etc., none but Shiosai and I know the truth. We have placed a seal over Shisui of the Violet Tides to prevent any of the race from within from escaping. However, it will not hold for much longer. Shiosai grows more convinced by the hour that we must destroy the dome and everyone within it, including my sister. I beseech you, woman of the land, lend unto me your might. Please, find a way to save her. We can't make any promises, because we don't know how to deal with curses. That's not exactly our forte. It is as they say. An experienced swimmer will avoid diving into uncharted waters, just as a seasoned warrior will keep out of the reach of an unknown enemy's lance. Still, I had hoped I might rely on your help. If by some chance you change your mind, please seek out Shiosai. I mean, we're gonna storm their castle, but I don't know if we're gonna come out with your princess intact. I must meet with him to ensure he does not act prematurely and do something we'll all regret. Shiosai, we got some explaining to do. This time with more truth. Duty support will be added to this later, but I'm not going to wait around for that. Who knows how long that's going to take? I actually don't know. Did I even hear about it like in live letters or something? I might have. Actually, I feel like it's pretty soon when they're adding duty support to this, because they just added duty support to Heaven's Ward optional stuff, I think. Meduor. You don't remember us. The otter remembers us. Chirp chirp. It's only been one episode, man. Lady Kurenai, what brings you here? What? My lady, you of all people must realize how incredibly dangerous it was of you to entrust another with our secrets. Much less a newcomer, whose intentions we know not of. Yeah, she's desperate. What other choice did I have? When the seal breaks, we will be forced to drown the palace and all souls within. Would you sooner have me sacrifice my sister and my people than turning to outside help? Can't these guys breathe underwater, including her sister? Maybe in her cursed form she can't? Kinda weird. And you think that this woman has some hidden power, capable of delivering Sui no Sato from untold disaster? I mean, yeah, we did say we make no promises. I realize it is not in your nature to ask for assistance, but, like it or not, there's little else we can do. To be honest, it's not a great plan. We don't have a plan, so therefore it's not a plan at all. No outcome could be worse than losing the Ruby Princess. Even you must realize we only stand to gain by requesting this woman's aid. I guess it's true that if we go in and kill some monsters, that at least limits the amount of things going on there, so if they really had to figure out another way to deal with the princess, at least we could do that. You have the right of it. Very well. I will give your friend until the next high tide to rescue the princess. Who knows when that's going to be, because it's Final Fantasy XIV, the online video game, an indefinite amount of time. If she fails, however, I will destroy the dome and atone for the deed with my life. No, Shiosai. Remember, my lady, should it come to this, you shall be the one to inherit the throne. If you say so. Here, take this scroll. It will permit you to pass into Shisui of the Violet Tides. I presume you are aware of where it is located. Not at all. Not to worry, I shall show her there. The palace lies just beyond the turquoise trench. Before we leave, however, there is one last thing I must share with you. I was not entirely truthful in everything I've told you, if you say so. It is nothing that affects our current predicament, but it is nevertheless a lie. I mean to set straight once this is all over. Forgive me. If it was something I could tell you now, I would. Whatever happens, please see that no harm comes to the princess. Sure, we'll try our best. Don't worry, Otter. Okay, so we're going all the way over there, in the very corner of the map. And we gotta do it without flying. There's no other way. So might as well exit here. Any other parts I want to sightsee before we leave? I guess we might as well see what this little pin on the map is. We're not gonna like go too far around. I mean, we just unlocked swimming in the last episode. We should explore around a little bit, even if there's nothing really to see. I mean, if you're a fisher, this is like a whole nother world, kind of. It's actually bigger than I thought it'd be. Well, I guess I didn't really take into account the actual area on the map here. I didn't really internalize that it was bigger, like that. That it went deeper in. And that's all there is to see, just like the other one. Just like the Envy Gardens, nothing to see. There must be something here, though. Maybe for some side quest. Do I maybe want to surface? Whose boat is that? It shows up on the map. Have I seen this boat before? We've been on a boat in the Ruby Sea. I don't know if it's like the boat that we've been on. Hey, you. Is anyone here? Nope, just an errant boat. Who's leaving their trash around? I'm glad we surfaced it. Actually, let's go back up a bit. Yeah, the weird thing is you have to like go back down and up because there's like some hysteresis there. So yeah, let's actually look in this direction. That's the direction we're going in. But of course you can't see the palace, it's underwater. But it's good to get bearings of like where exactly things are in relation to the world that you've seen, because well, otherwise it's just like meaningless space, like two different maps that aren't connected to each other. You want to understand where things are on the surface. And over there would be the Isle of Zeki, which, as we were told, there is no actual inlet. You couldn't go there without diving in and like under and around, which we'll get to later. Like the Mariana Trench. Sure is dark down here. Maybe it gets darker when it's nighttime. I hope the dungeon isn't nighttime when we go there. Like nighttime underwater? I don't know if I've ever seen... I've done this dungeon a lot, because the glamour here is impeccable, and actually, I might need to like redo Komori's glamour if I like get the proper glamour, the proper pieces from this. Mainly like the shoes or something, or maybe even like the other pieces. And in fact, I think I have some other pieces from like a Moogle Tombstone event, a couple of them. But I guess we'll see. Okay, yeah, I can understand why maybe some people with like a fear of underwater would by looking at this be a bit off-put. Just like that sense of deepness, even I'm kind of feeling it. Just want to get a better look around of like the deeper part. We're kind of like coming up on from above here. I want to see like the lower part. And kind of get that view of it like coming into view in the distance again. This time more frontal. Yeah, it really is deep down here, huh? Oh well, I guess it's already in view. Oh well. Oh wait, it's like hysteresising in and out. Interesting. Okay, we'll get the view then. The view of it coming into view. Behold. The Violetide. Shisui of the Violetide, that's what it's called. It's a dungeon. It's a dungeon I'm intimately familiar with. But at the same time, it's hard to think of it as like... Well, it's like the biggest underwater dome there is in the Ruby Sea. But it's not an actual place that you can like... Well, it's not like a social space. It's a dungeon, obviously, like I said, but... In lore, it's supposed to be that, and like the monsters coming in are just a recent thing. So it's kind of weird to think of it as a place that they frequent when it's like so much bigger than the actual place that they live in and it doesn't get used for story stuff. I think that happens a lot in this game with dungeons and places that aren't supposed to be like overrun with monsters or something like that. They do it more in like the later parts of the story, including the most recent patch, which actually gets away with doing both quite elegantly, I guess. But that's neither here nor there. These are the gates to the palace. Inside are the Ruby Princess and her guards, if you say so. Thank you, Komori. Though we might not show it, Shiosai is secretly very grateful to you too. The thought of having to kill the Ruby Princess, however indirectly, has been tormenting him. Now there is not much time left. Let us make our way in. You have the scroll of entry, correct? Remember, you'll be unable to pass through the gates without it. The what? I must have forgotten getting that. Okay, well, I guess Komori is going to fumble around with... yeah, in a future update. She's going to fumble around with the scroll for a few hours or something. And in the meantime, we're just going to fade to black while I get some duty support from real players. Be right back. And we're back in. Not a terrible wait time, not the best wait time. Better than I would have expected on a weekday. I feel like I get some worse wait times on the weekend, sometimes. But I guess that's just because of the hours that I play. And the content that I choose to queue up in. Whatever. But this one, people love this dungeon, because they love the glamour and, well, I guess the dungeon is fine too. Haha, yeah, me, the Necro. Don't worry guys, this is my ult. Don't tell anyone. Nah, I forgot to get my damage boost. Oh well. I think that wasn't a terrible rotation there, other than missing my damage boost. But currently the damage boosting doesn't do the AoE because I'm like a lower level than what I currently am. Oops, did I awake that guy? No, that's just damage. Oh, full up on that. Shouldn't let that overcap. Wonder if the damage is worth it just to do that trick attack for the extra damage. I think trick attack only affects... or was it Mug that only affects like one guy? Because one of these gives me the buff, and one of them gives the opponent, the debuff, making it that much less useful for AoE. Let's get some of these kunai things for the boss. Nah, some guy spawned in. What an annoying guy. Some more guys spawned in. What annoying guys. Die. Eat fire. They're water guys, but they must be weak to fire, right? That's not how Pokemon works. We're getting full meter for the boss. Full kunai too. Let's try not to overcap. Can I get this in before it disappears? No. Okay, well, we almost had like full meter for the boss. I could have had full meter, but I didn't want to overcap. Alright, so... what's our rotation again? Gonna have to remember this. So do that, and then, and then this, and then do one of these, and that, and then... damn it, I should have done dry tone. That's a mistake. Already. Oh, now something's going on. Oh, we got mechanics, I forgot. Yeah, we just gotta, like, make it, all over. Not about this. No, I didn't use Stream Within a Dream, oops. Damn, should have used that during my damage boost. And now it's off rotation. The general advice is not to, even if you miss like your rotation or something like I did, the advice is to not wait so that it gets back on rotation. I mean, it's good for practice or whatever, but you don't want to just not do damage when you should be doing damage. Even if it doesn't have the damage boost or whatever. Pick that up. Nope, wait, should have done that from the flank. Right, get this. Now I'm the one under attack. This in. I'm still in range. 2 north. And 3. Oh right, the loot here is great, so let's just get all of it. We're actually in the point of the game where all the loot is going to be good for us, because 7.4 lets you wear any kind of gear, other than the weapon, no matter what the class restriction might have been in the past. Oh, this one's actually pretty hard, this wall. Yeah, I guess the tank's gonna wait here. That's reasonable. Or, wait, hang on, here we go. Nope, maybe? Okay, we're going. Here we go. Gotta take a break to cheer this guy on. Okay, let's do some actual DPS here. It's the actual correct rotation, I guess. That was pretty good, I think. Gotta remember I have this barrier. It's like one of the first things I got. Completely forgot about it. Oh, I didn't even notice the tank did home gang. Must have been pretty close to death. Or they were just worried. Okay. And now the second boss. That one goes a lot fast if you just go wall to wall. Pretty crazy. I kind of remember this one. Okay, so how do we start out? I guess we can't start out with our usual rotation. We're off cycle. Okay, so she's gonna seduce us. Oh wait, we gotta... Here, this one's ours. You can't seduce us if we're old. We have no sex drive. If you were seduced, you would be pulled in for the Coriolis kick. What a shame, Finboy. You've already hit your peak. The good years are behind you. Now let's actually do some rotation stuff. Oh, that's still him. Yep. Didn't realize that chased me. What do we even look like this? Just an old woman? Does everyone become an old woman, or do they become like an old man if they're male? No, I overcapped there. Oops. Oh, and I don't have the other thing for the boost here. I did that wrong. Oh well. Gotta get used to, like, being on point with that. Now everything's out of order. And we'll hold off on the winner break. We'll get her. I guess these are good for glamour, yeah. Well, these are just the same. If we get one, we don't need the other. We don't need the stance, we just need the glamour. Oh, this one's for us, we can need that. And we're actually the samurai can need the other one, so let's just read this just in case. Oh yeah, these guys explode if you get too close. Oh great. Fell right into it. Let's just put up the barrier just in case. Let's Let's do one of these. Oh wait, that's not ready. Well, I guess it'll be ready in the 20 seconds that we have the ball. Alright, there we go. Now the stronger version of Cartoon with a frog while we have the boost. We're still off cycle, so it's not the most efficient, but we're not going to try to recover here. I used to do that. I'm going to try to like wean off of doing that, like just waiting on ability so that you can have the rotation back where it normally is. I do that for practice. I did that for practice on my, oh, tried to stun there. Oh, it can't even be stunned, okay. They would used to, and I guess sometimes I still do, wait for my rotations to like get back into their proper order on my main character, just so that I can practice them for when it really matters, like the openings and all that. I guess it doesn't really matter that much to do it as soon as you get the ability if you happen to get it wrong. So maybe the practice is good in some sense, but I guess we're trying this now. Okay, this is ready. And actually the rotation just came back to normal because I kind of messed up the rotation over and over again, and it naturally just came back. Great. Well, I guess I haven't summoned the funny bunny once this entire raid, or this entire dungeon, so I guess that's a good thing. I did use the wrong, don't need the musket. Did use, like, the wrong ninjutsu one time, or twice, I think. And here's the boss. They said she was cursed, right? The princess? That's her. Isn't she beautiful? Okay, our rotation is just about ready to start with this. We don't get the other boost, but we can do this, and that's about all we got. Oh, it's about to disappear too. Yeah, I remember this. These ones are omnidirectional, that's good for us. Then you watch where she goes. Don't stand so close now. No, they're fine. Okay, they know the distance. Better than I do. Do this, and we'll save the next one for the other one. Oh, I guess we can attack that. That was just a thing where we had to like direct attention away from our teammates. Okay, rotation isn't too bad. I can kind of do them in whatever order I want as long as I get the damage bonuses, so we can like hold off on the ninjutsu stuff, which is kind of complicated until the end. And she's spawning over there. Guess I could have used the teleport to get in. Well, it doesn't matter, she's not targetable until way later. Okay, looks like the limit break isn't going to reach level 2, so pop it. We killed her. We killed the princess. Sorry guys, we didn't have a plan. I kinda like that. She comes running in and you turn your head. Alright, I can't give my commendations to anyone, but thanks everyone. And we got the single target thing. We don't have to use the toad anymore. We can actually do this now. if we're fighting a boss. No, we got the music. Oh yeah, this turban thing. Should have eaten that for the dungeon. Oops. No, wait. No, just for fun, huh? Already, Komoi. Menopause. With the power of menopause, we defeated the dungeon. Or at least that one boss. Okay, so... what was our loot here? Oh no, we're way filled up. I didn't even notice how that things get so out of hand. Damn, well, I'm gonna have to like clear this up in between episodes, that's annoying. Most of it's just low level gear, so I can get rid of it, but... maybe it's like low level gear that I want for like... when I pick up another crafting class or something. Or I could just worry about it later. I'll do it all off screen though. But what did I get for like... it should be at the top here, right? Or near the top? We didn't get any boots from this dungeon, as far as I can tell. It'd be like level 63. Didn't get any pants. The ruby cotton, no, that's not the thing. That's crafted. It'd be like a green background one. Okay, didn't get any gloves. Could have sworn we got more than this. I guess mainly we got like the chest stuff, different chest pieces. Okay, we got the Joy of Scouting, although I think... no, I'm pretty sure I already got this one from like a Moogle Tombstone. I wanted to get like the rest of the attire here. But this might be good for like my ninja outfit. I'm kind of liking this one, but it's mainly the shoes that I think I want to replace. I could replace the gloves. I could be convinced. Maybe not. But yeah, we also got like this Joy of Maiming. And we get like the different options for colors here, and they have like slightly different like accessories. This one has a pauldrons or whatever. This one's for fending, but you could go for whatever color and accessories you want now that we're in 7.4. Unfortunately, you can't change the colors with the accessories. These are not dyeable. The one downside. Oh, at least I got this. This is like one thing that I didn't get from the Tombstone. Actually, the only things I got were the top and the bottom, the pants. Didn't get the gloves, the shoes, or the headpiece. So at least I got this for the ninja. If I do go for like the ninja outfit with Komoi, I could see myself switching to a green and black sort of outfit. Mainly because that's the only color available for this, but also because green and black is kind of cool looking. And this top that we're wearing, if I do decide to go with it, also looks really good with green and black. Metallic green and black, like the new metallic green that just came out. Anyway, got anything to say, like if we walk up close to you? Not quite. I was actually not paying attention. Did we see if her sister got rescued? Guess we'll find out if there's a cutscene. I know not how to thank you. You saved them, Komoi. You saved all of them. Even the Ruby Princess. Okay, it might have been that during that cutscene when she was running over that we saw the Ruby Princess after we dispelled the curse or whatever. Was that last boss even the Ruby Princess? I'm not so sure anymore. I really should have been paying attention. Whatever. What matters is that we saved them, apparently. If she says so. While she is unharmed, she is currently unconscious. Shirosai has carried her to Suino Sato, where she might rest undisturbed. It looks as though it will be a while before she wakes. Before we speak any further, however, let us return to the village. That'd be great if we could teleport there. Well, I guess we can teleport right next to it. It'll be much faster than the trip over here. So with that, I can, I guess, pretend that we secured some allies from Suino Sato to help us in the trial. Even though it's going to be real players, I'm going to pretend that those real players are in lore from Suino Sato or something. They're best fighters. And maybe we got the blessing of the Kamis for helping out that temple or something. They won't get mad at us for trampling on sacred ground over in the Kojin place. It's fun to pretend. Hey, I know we're not supposed to talk to you yet, but... And to think I was ready to take such drastic measures. Please accept my sincerest apologies. I greatly misjudged you, and it nearly cost everyone their lives. I mean, you didn't have anything to go off of, but it worked out for you. I have brought the Ruby Princess to the village, that she might have a proper rest and recover from this ordeal. Alas, she has yet opened her eyes. I can only pray that she will wake soon. We did it. Please allow me to once again thank you for your help. You may be happy to hear that the palace guards are all slowly beginning to return to their senses. Oh, so we didn't kill them either. Good. I didn't even try to save them, but it just worked out. It seems peace has finally been restored to the palace. You know, thinking about it, I kind of gloss over a lot of details in the dungeon, don't I? Like whenever I do them. I'm so focused on the rotations and things. Those are the things I'm usually talking about. I didn't even think about who we were fighting for a lot of the time there. What I hate most is that sometimes I don't take in the sights of the dungeons. These videos are kind of not too useful if I don't at least take in the sights. I gotta remember to zoom out more and just look around. Or not even if I'm zoomed out, just look around more. We don't have to be on point with the rotation 100% of the time. There was a huge courtyard there where we had the big pull in between boss 1 and 2. It's a beautiful courtyard and I barely took a look at it. So focused on the enemies and the tank. Anyway. You have saved everyone, including Shiosai, from an untimely death. If only the Ruby Princess would open her eyes, Suino Sato will be exactly as it was before. I suppose we must simply be grateful for how well things turned out. Now that the worst of the storm has passed and the tides have begun to calm, it is time that I came clean. Okay. And lo and behold, it is still a feature quest. That's what these blue quests are. That's because it's not just it's not just an extended side quest here. We actually get deliveries here, which is another reason why I want to go through all of this, but I guess we might as well continue through this as far as it lets us. I was wondering if maybe we'd be blocked by main story progression, but sure, we'll play this out. The hour of truth is upon us, yet I am just unsure of where to begin. The Ruby Princess who quietly slumbers on, she... Perhaps this will be easier to explain if you could look upon her as I speak. Please follow me. Shiosai will be bringing her out shortly. He should be but a few moments longer. I think we got the same shade of red as her. I think. Doesn't matter, but just noticed. Maybe slightly brighter. Could be the lighting. Oh, she's wearing the tank gear. I think that's tank gear. Oh, Hisui. Why? Why do you refuse to open your eyes? Hisui, like a Pokemon. Not sure what that means in Japanese. Have I? No, I don't remember. Komoi, there's something you must know. I'm not the Ruby Princess's younger sister. In fact, she has no sister. Shocking. Go on. I am the Ruby Princess, ruler of Suino Sato. If you say so. I mean, you could be lying again. I did remember this little plot point. I don't really know why it matters. I guess she's going to explain to us. The slumbering girl before you goes by the name of Hisui, and is my dearest friend. We have known one another since childhood. Your Grace, I am entirely to blame. Had I been more prepared, more aware, Lady Hisui would not be in this sorry state. You see, a few days ago, we received visitors from the outside. They had come to perform a court ritual. To protect the Ruby Princess from any potential dangers, we decided to conceal her true identity. I had a lady-in-waiting, Hisui, take her place. As she and her highness bear great resemblance to each other, something owing to the fact that they are distant blood relatives, I was confident no one would notice the switch. I was right. That is why, when the proceedings commenced, it was Lady Hisui who became possessed by the terrible fiend they summoned, and now, well, you can see for yourself what has become of her. To mitigate such disaster, severe restrictions on who can enter and exit Hisui of the Violet Tides have always been in place. In fact, even the Ruby Princess is forbidden by law to leave its gates. When race after race began appearing, however, I was left with little choice. I whisked Her Highness away to the village, and had her pretend to be the Ruby Princess's sister, Kurenai. It's not that big a village. Wouldn't they notice? I guess it's like bigger on the inside, maybe. Like, in lore it's bigger. Same thing with all the cities in the game. Kurenai, that was the name I had before my mother passed away, and I assumed the title of Ruby Princess. It was also the name Hisui would call me by growing up. For as far back as I can remember, she was there for me. From the best of times to the worst of times. All the laughter and tears we shared. Hisui, is this truly where it ends? I'm taking a look at them. Other than their clothes, is there a noticeable difference? I feel like their palettes might be slightly different. She's like, well, she seems paler, the one lying down, but that could just be because she's sick. And other than that, I don't know if their horns or like their scaly features have any differences. Their hair seems to be the same color, I think. It's hard to tell. Forgive me, Your Grace. This is my fault. If only there was a way I could go back and prevent all this. Shiosai, there is nothing to forgive. None of us could have predicted this would happen. You are no more to blame for what has happened than I am. Komoi, now you know everything. I hope you do not think any less of me for my lie. We do not think any differently. This change means nothing to us. I mean, it's neat, but it means nothing to us. Now that everything here has been settled, I shall be departing from Suino Sato. The cure to Hisui's condition can only be found above. I know this because, as Ruby Princess, it was my duty to study all the available writings at the palace. Very well, Your Grace. Where would you have us go? No, Shiosai. I shall be embarking upon this quest on my own. You will be staying here. The people need you to protect them in my absence. Her Grace has made it clear she would have me remain behind. Mistress Komoi, might you accompany her in my stead? I mean, we're kind of busy, but let's say they're pretending to... Or let's pretend that they're going to promise us some of their strongest warriors for the upcoming fight. While Lady Hisui's body remains, her soul has long departed. I feel that no amount of rest or magics can cure her. I can only hope that in traveling with you, it will make it easier for Her Grace to come to terms with the tragic fate of her friend. Man, what a downer, this guy. Did you learn nothing from when we rescued her? I mean, I guess we didn't exactly rescue her yet, but we basically pulled a miracle out of our ass when we went and stormed the castle. Don't you think we can do it again? Until such a time, she must face this truth, however, I ask, nay, beg, that you keep her safe. Well, as far as Komori knows, she's never going to recover. These guys are the experts. Okay, we'll let her down gently. Although, actually... Hang on, let's see where this goes. You are offering to accompany me on my travels. That is incredibly generous of you. Thank you. Damn, I should have done some research into this first. Didn't actually realize how long this quest chain might be, but... I shall give you some time to prepare before leaving Suino Sato. Please come find me as soon as you are ready to go. Yeah, Okay. There are two ways this goes down. Either we complete this entire quest like in all the areas that we have now, or the quest eventually takes us, like the Ninja Doll quest, over into areas we don't have yet, and it'll be awkward where we have to like continue the main story by pausing the side quest here, even though I'm saying we're pretending to do this for the purpose of the main story, to get the village's strongest warriors, which is a stupid reason that I don't really need to care about, but it's just going to be awkward if I commit to this and we can't actually do it all the way. But I think we can do it all the way, so I'll go however long it takes to finish the rest of this for this episode. Then in the next episode I think we'll finish this up, and then we can do the rest of the ninja job that's in this area, again using the excuse that they lend us their strongest warriors over Roa and his friends, or something. And then in the episode after that, I think it'll line up perfectly to storm this castle. Maybe. We'll play it out. You are ready to depart? Excellent. Let us make for Onokoro. I believe we will best be served by beginning our search there. You see, while we have next to no contact with the outside world, we do receive the occasional visit from the Kojin of the Blue. During one such visit, I was given a tome filled with fairy tales. Oh, the tomestones. Or maybe she meant like the actual tomes, like actual books. It was old, worn, and, from what I am given to understand, written in Kugane. Okay, not the tomestones then. Well, I guess the tomestones can be old and worn. But not written in Kugane, no, those are elegant. In it was a story about a fisherman who sailed the Ruby Sea. While traveling, he came across a princess who had fallen into a years-long slumber. Okay, relying on fairy tales. We'll let her down gently. She was eventually awakened upon taking an elixir of some sort. What intrigues me, however, is the fact that many of the places this fisherman visited exist in the real world. It makes me wonder if, perhaps, this story is rooted in reality. Probably just some hackneyed writer that can't actually come up with like his own fantasy setting, had to use some allegory to the real world. The tale begins in Onokoro. I trust you will escort me there? Sure thing, Kurenai. And when you eventually learn that your sister is dead forever, we'll let you down gently. Thank you. Now let us depart without any further ado. I guess they're not sisters, they're cousins, but they're like sisters. I'm sure in the Japanese version they call each other Nei-san and something else. Some fancy sister-like nickname. Like Hichan or something. Whichever one's older. Hisui would be Hichan, and I guess Kurenai would be Kuchan. Whatever. Kutan, maybe? I guess we can teleport there. What's this? Oh wait, this is Onokoro. She was talking about the Kojin, I thought it'd be here. Alright, that one's Tamamizu and this one's Onokoro. And yet she's... Oh no, wait, she talked about the Kojin bringing her the tome, and the story begins here. The story of the fisherman, right? Obviously. Do these guys just hang out like this forever? Maybe they go away if you like do a random side quest or something. Don't worry guys, you'll get out eventually. Maybe. Apologies, my friend, but I will not be able to help you right now. I must give this young lady a tour of our island. So this is Onokoro. It is a lovely place. The people here are incredibly warm. Yeah, for Kurenai, the dazzling beauty. Take this gentleman, for example. As soon as I set foot on the island, he offered to take me on a tour. Where was our tour? We're beautiful. We have flowers in our hair. What are you looking at? Stare angrily or get lost. Yeah, get angry. We didn't get a tour, so she doesn't get one either. Get lost? Why don't you get lost? We'll make you get lost. Wait a minute, I know you. My comments talk about you all the time. My apologies, madam. I was only joking with you, of course. Yeah, that's what I thought. One can never have enough rich or powerful friends. This is why I approached your young charge, I'm so sure. Figured if I helped her now, she'd someday return the favor, should I ever need it. So what brings you to our island? We're following a fairy tale, full-heartedly. You're looking to learn more about a fairy tale? I know nothing of fairies or tales, but mayhap I can direct you to someone who does. There's a fisherman who visits us once a year to hunt for treasure. Some of the men here say he's as old as the seas himself. I reckon he, of anyone, would be able to tell you the story, or tell you your story. Luckily for you, he just arrived the other day. You should be able to find him at the Quickscape here. Thank you for your assistance, sir. We will go speak with him right now. Don't follow us. Not to worry, little lady. Just be sure to remember my name and pay me back when the time comes. I don't see a name over that head of his. Komoy, did the kind gentleman ever give us his name? Don't worry about it. Without a name, I am afraid I will be unable to send him payment for his help. It is terribly unfortunate, but there is little that can be done. Now let us promptly make for Quickscape here. We do not want to miss a fisherman. Promptly now. Is it faster that way? I guess it is. The NPCs know which way to go. If it were me, I would have gone around this way. What are our levels at? Everything's looking good. We should be having no problem with, like, taking on any content in this expansion with, like, Machinist or Ninja or Black Mage. If I ever want to do, like, a cheeky extreme or something solo, just to see what it looks like, I might need, like, a higher level thing. So I'm just cautious about where I spend all of my EXP on from these story quests. But obviously the EXP is only good if you're lower level. Diminishing returns and all that. Is this the right place? This man looks as though he could be the fisherman, the man from earlier mentioned. Hello there. Is there something you need? I didn't realize we could have such grizzled looks for characters in Final Fantasy XIV. Like, the beard is one thing, but like the long hair too, and I guess just like this disheveled clothing. It all comes together for something I don't think I've really seen that much of, or I'm just forgetting. The Tale of the Fisherman and the Ruby Sea. Ah, yes, indeed. It has been a long time since I heard that one. I believe it was my great-grandfather who told me. Or perhaps my great-great-grandfather. Or perhaps my... Yeah, get on with it. Doesn't matter who you heard it from, just tell us the story already. That is all good and well, sir, but if you could please just tell us the story. Yeah. Komoy's impatient. Oh ho ho, my apologies. You're right. That particular detail is not relevant to the tale. Let us see if I can remember how it went. Oh, I very much hope you have not forgotten it. You might never know the whole tale if you have. The tome I received as a child was so tattered, I could only read bits and pieces of the story, and yet you still trust it. I recall now, once upon a time, there was a fisherman on the island of Onokoro who saved a Kojin of the Blue from the maws of a terrible beast. Okay, we're getting the, what's it called again? If I wasn't recording, I'd remember in a heartbeat. Maybe I can still remember. The Tale of Urashima? Urashima something or other. Don't remember the full name, but I remember Urashima. Pops up all the time in media. Well, Japanese media specifically. As thanks, the Kojin offered him a vial of liquid. When taken, it would allow the fisherman to plunge into the far depths of the ocean without drowning. It was there that their journey together began. It's like a mutation of the story. They visited temples, palaces, and villages under the sea. They met all manner of men, women, and creatures, including a beautiful princess, who had fallen into a deep, deep slumber. According to her people, she had been like that for years. Hearing this, the Kojin pulled out another vial containing an ancient Tamamizu potion, which had been passed down to him from his great-grandfather, or perhaps his great-great-grandfather. To continue with the story, upon being given this mixture, the princess was instantly awakened. Did we go over there? Did we go over to that fort in the distance? I don't think we did, like for the story. We never really got to tour that landmark. Well, we're not doing it now. The moment their eyes met, she and the fisherman fell in love. They were immediately wed in a palace at the bottom of the sea, where they lived happily ever after. Okay. I guess maybe if the palace is like a secret thing that many outsiders maybe don't know about, it lends some credence to the story if it was written by an outsider and mentions in detail a location that the outsider should have no knowledge of, and therefore points to it being found. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to recount that regaling tale. It was truly enlightening. Komoi, from what we heard, I can only assume this story took place at Shisui of the Violet Tides. Perhaps we should return to Sui no Sato and see if we cannot dig up any mention of this incident. Again, thank you very much, sir. You are a man of great wisdom. Back to fishing, then. A man of great wisdom. What a kind young lady. Most people never ask me to tell them stories, and on the rare occasion they do, they complain at length afterward. You seem to also enjoy my tales. If you're interested, maybe someday I can tell you the tale of how my great-great-great-great-grandfather discovered this place. No thanks. Goodbye forever. And actually, before we go back, I do kind of want to see over here. There's not much to see here, it's just another pirate fort, but I want to see it. We didn't go in there. You walked by it and I didn't, go in. I guess I could have gone in. I didn't realize, the story didn't take us there. You know, I think there used to be an aether current there. Now that's going to show up if I press the compass now. We're taking it slow. There's absolutely nothing that's pressing us for time. No one is being tortured as we speak. We can do some sightseeing. Oh, do the Kojin of the Red stand there. Oh wait, this is the Kojin of the Red fort, I guess. I guess it's not exactly sightseeing. Then we'll pretend we're taking their measure, Komori scouting out the opposition, before we head into their actual base of operations. Seeing their tactics for what happens when we storm their base and run rampant through it. Yeah, I can come up with excuses for anything. This is like a Kojin of the Red place, right? It's not just for that fate? Maybe not. Okay, it's not a Kojin of the Red place at all. Never mind. I can come up with excuses for anything, even things that don't even make sense logically. Yeah, these guys have the pirate banners, I should have known. I mean, I did know. I assumed these were the pirates first, but then I saw the Kojin and thought they were the Kojin. But no, it was the pirates. You there. What is this place? While the Coral Banquet is primarily a lookout post, occasionally we will also conduct rituals here to ensure the safe return of those going out to sea. Okay, thanks for telling me exactly what I wanted to hear. And that's it. I don't know why this place exists, it's probably used in some side quests. We're not going to talk to anyone else, we're done here. We'll go ahead and finish this quest and end the episode. The rest of this quest line, for as long as we can complete it, I'm pretty sure we can go all the way, will be in the next episode. Shouldn't take that long though. I'm counting on it. I'm counting on the next episode to wrap up all of the side stuff that we want to do here nicely, so we can have a big finale in the episode after that, dedicated entirely to the Red Kojin and their big fancy trial. I guess our Chocobo also got the blessing. It's the lower reason for why I can swim underwater. I mean, all mounts can swim underwater. I don't know if that's allowed in lore, or if it's just a game thing. It doesn't really matter. While I know little of what life is like on the surface, it seems to be a lovely place. The people are incredibly kind, yeah, if you're pretty, which apparently we're not. I grew up listening to stories of how pirates would slit your throat at the first chance they got, but those on Onokoro seemed rather cordial. Though perhaps I have your presence in part to thank for that. I mean, they were afraid of us, but on any other day they tried to slit our throats for looking at them funny. Shirosai shall be joining us shortly. Most stories in Tsuno Sato are passed down orally. He should be able to tell us if any of our own stories match the tale of the fisherman, or the tale the fisherman recounted for us. Alright. Oh, and he's coming by now? Damn, I thought the cutscene would be when we accept the next quest. Well, great. It was about to end perfectly on time this episode. Now we're doing this. A tale in which a Huron fisherman and a princess were brought together by a Kojin and wed in a palace under the sea. It sounds almost as if it is a story about Shisui of the Violet Tides. Though the part about the Ruby Princess marrying a hero might be something of an embellishment. Oh, because that never happens. I mean, you've got your own, Lady Koharu? No, wait, what was her name? Her name's Kurenai, right? Why am I forgetting this main character's name? I always forget her and Gosetsu's name. We've been traveling with Gosetsu long enough that I can remember his name now, until we lose him for more than 5 minutes and then I forget his name again. The longer he's being tortured, the more I'm gonna forget his name. What was the other one's name? Yugiri, that's the one. Yeah, Yugiri also basically, I mean, it kind of seems like it, right? She fell in love with a land guy, and this is basically the same thing. To the contrary, your grace, I believe generations back, a Ruby Princess and a Huron man were once joined in holy matrimony. The son they bore was said to have had almost no scales. Okay, so it's... I always wondered this. I guess I never really remembered this part of the story. But I always wondered, can the different, playable races, and even the non-playable sentient races, can they intermingle like this? I guess for the most part they don't expect it, but it seems like it's possible. Probably Hrothgar might have an interesting story to tell if they actually, have children with any of the other races. Until now, I had considered it to merely be a tall tale spun by the elders to their grandchildren, yet it is possible that the story is true. And there is a chance that the remedy also exists. It is not impossible. Wow, that's more hopeful than anything he's ever said. Your Grace, I must apologize to you. If I were being completely honest, I thought all hope for Lady Hisui's recovery was lost. What you tell me, however, has revived my hope. You are a born leader. Through your actions, you have reversed all our fates. I mean, it was a shot in the dark post times, for us and the story, but I mean, when she's right, she's right. That is incredibly kind of you to say, but without this wonderful lady beside me, we would never have come so far. We just accompanied you to, talk to some pirates. And I mean, we did the other thing too. The entire dungeon. Indeed, Mistress Moriko, please accept my deepest thanks. So long as you are here, I can rest knowing that Her Grace and our village will remain safe. Now, Your Grace, I suppose you are about to announce your intention to travel to where the Kojin of the Blue reside, in search of this miracle cure. I wish you safe travels. Komoi, at long last, I can see the light. Hisui might finally be saved. Yeah, this questline might be a lot shorter than I thought, which is good. The next episode will be pretty prompt, and we might even get into the trial in the next episode. I guess we'll find out. But as for this episode, we're done here. That'd be a good time to take a break.